Okay, we're going to continue on in our Father's Word today. This is Revelation chapter 14. And I looked, and lo, a Lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his Father's name written in their foreheads. That's 12,000 from each tribe of Israel. God's elect, the elite, the Dadak, the upright, the saints, the teachers with Jesus Christ for 1,000 years of teaching in the millennial temple. And then the full Godhead returns for the final judgment. And Satan and only Satan is in the bottomless pit, and he'll be turned loose for a short season. And then all those that want to follow him can follow him after the 1,000 years of teaching. And then God's going to judge them, either to the lake of fire or spend the eternity with him. They're in Jerusalem, in a new Jerusalem. Right there, 1,500 cubic mile cubic. A 1,500 cubic mile cube right there over Jerusalem. And God's going to dwell there with his children for the eternity. Now it's your choice. You can either love God or you can follow Satan to that lake of fire. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung it as if it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts, and the elders. And no man could learn that song, but the 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb wherever he go. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of God. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation, and kindred, and tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that hath made heaven, and earth, and the sea, and the fountains of water. And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out with the mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. So when you get cast into that lake of fire, that smoke is going to go up forever and ever. And they have no rest day or night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, blessed are the dead which lie in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and his hand a sharp sickle, And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, "Trust in that sickle, and reap, for the time has come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe." And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple, which is in heaven, also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had the power over fire, and cried with a loud voice to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, "Thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe." And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of God. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horses' bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. Now this is Revelation 15. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels, having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of God. And I saw it as if it were a sea of glass, mingled with fire. And them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of God. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the God. And that's Deuteronomy 32. All you elect out there, the 144,000, all you people that listen every night and are hungry for the word of God, most likely you're one of the elect. You're given the power of discernment, so that whenever you hear God's truth, you know it's the truth. It's written in your heart by God. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of God, Deuteronomy 22, and the song of the Lamb, Psalms 22, the crucifixion song, and Psalm 23, the resurrection song. Those are the songs of the Lamb. So if you're one of the elect, you need to be familiar with Deuteronomy 32, this great song of Moses, and Psalms 22 and 23. And saying, "Great and marvelous are thy works, Lord Almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name? For thou only art holy. For all nations shall come and worship before thee. For thy judgments are made manifest. And after that I looked, and behold, the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony in heaven was open. And the 7 angels came out of the temple, and having the 7 plagues, clothed in pure white linen, and having their breasts girded with golden girdles. And one of the 4 beasts gave unto the 7 angels 7 golden vials, full of the wrath of God, who liveth forever and ever. And the temple was filled with smoke, and the glory of God, and from his power. And no man was able to enter into the temple, till the 7 plagues of the 7 angels were fulfilled. Now the number 7 means spiritual completeness. Now this is Revelation 16. And the number 6 means the time of the Antichrist. Revelation 16. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, "Go your ways, and pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth." And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth. And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. The second angel poured out his vial upon the sea, and it became as the blood of a dead man,